Friends, welcome back to the Autry Benton Show. Today's guest loves to fish and he loves veterans. Captain Rick, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for having us.
Man, been looking forward to this.
As have we.
So tell us the name of your veterans organization.
It's Those Who Served Foundation.
Wow, that's great. That's great. Well, before we dig into it, I want to learn more about you. Where'd you grow up?
I was born and raised in Central Florida.
Okay, well, good deal. So tell us about it. What was the name of the city?
Daytona.
Daytona.
Yep.
There's a lot happening in Daytona. It's kind of like Myrtle Beach. There's a lot happening there, lots of guests.
There's a lot happening there.
Well, what was it like to grow up in Daytona?
It was awesome. I mean, I loved it. Up until 1992, I had a job offer to come up here, but I missed the coast.
Yeah. So tell me, like mom and dad, tell me about your mom and dad, brothers and sisters.
My father, which is what got me into this, my father was a naval aviator.
Oh, wow. Well, thank you for his service.
And until I got later in life, late teens, early 20s, is when I realized that my father had PTSD, but he never discussed it. Mm-hmm. But, random bouts of depression, crying, things like that. So that's more or less what kick-started what I do now.
Okay.
But, my mother was basically mother and father because my father was on deployment oftentimes from 6 to 8 months. So, but she was the rock.
Yeah.
I have 2 other brothers as well.
So from an early child, your father was serving in the military.
That is correct.
He was Air Force?
Navy.
Okay,
Yeah.
Good deal. How long did he serve?
26 years.
26 years retired?
Retired.
Wow, that's great. So you knew the military from early on.
Yes, sir.
Wow, that's great. And you just described it. So, being a family member of a serviceman, you know the tough part of it, right?
I do. I witnessed it firsthand.
Yeah. It's a lot of stress, right?
It is, but excuse me, I grew up thinking my father was Superman. He was an aviator. He was bolted off of aircraft carriers.
Yeah.
And then when you find out that there's more there,
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to watch.
Yeah.
But it's we've all grown to know it now as PTSD. Mm-hmm. And that's really what started again, this nonprofit that I formed, is to cater to those,
Yeah.
the veterans with PTSD and social isolation.
I got you. So you say you grew up in Daytona. Was your dad always stationed there? Or?
No, sir. He went, I'm trying to recall, Pensacola, Oceana, and I believe it was Cecil Field, which is also in Florida.
I got you. We'll get there.
And then when he retired, he had an offer. Actually, upon completion of his retirement ceremony, there were 3 guys in suits, and we're like, what are we doing here? But it was actually Grumman Aircraft that offered him a 3-year gig in San Jose, California, to every time they would do an upgrade, he'd go fly the bird, and then.
So that was a private company making aircraft?
That was the company that made it for the Navy.
For the Navy, okay.
Yeah,
so he was a
Aircraft.
test pilot, just new systems and stuff.
Right.
Okay, well, great. Well, tell us. So you already told us your mom was your rock. Tell me about your mom.
She, boy, she was tough as a kid.
Yeah.
Boy, but she had a dual role, right?
Yeah.
Mom and dad, and it was hard on her. But listen, she did exceptionally well dealing with 3 boys, mm-hmm. and she was there for everything. She was the football mom. She was anytime anything went on, and she was really who we leaned on as kids.
Yeah.
To because we appreciated what our father did, but he wasn't there. He was serving the country.
Yeah.
So it's tough. It's tough on military families.
Yeah,
it
absolutely.
really is.
Well, let me say this. Did your mom, did she just stay home and take care of y'all? Did she have a job as well? Or?
No, she stayed home and took care of us.
Yeah, that's great. That's good. So where'd you fall in the line of your siblings? Were you the oldest, youngest?
I'm the youngest.
The youngest? You're the baby.
I'm the baby, and I'm the shortest of all three.
You're the shortest.
I'm the shortest
Well,
of three.
I can't imagine how tall your siblings are.
The oldest one, excuse me, is 6'8".
6'8". Wow.
I'm 6'4".
Good. Well, what were you into as a kid? What was your pastimes?
Football.
Football. You love to play football.
Oh yeah, football and fishing.
Football and fishing.
That was the two things.
So was it always saltwater fishing?
Always.
Always. Offshore?
I'd love to go offshore.
Yeah.
But my boat is not equipped to go offshore, long distances. But near shore, inshore, things like that. That's all I did as a kid.
I got you. So you just always on the water.
Always, every opportunity I had, I was on the water.
I got you. Well, that's great. Is that something that your dad would do with you when you was back?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
If you go to my website, he was the man. He was my fishing buddy.
Oh wow. So he taught you all a lot of what you knew.
Yep.
Well, that sounds like y'all had that in common, even as a child, though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. He was the one that taught me patience, and to do this, you have to have patience, and I owe everything, my fishing, to him.
Yeah, that's great. Well, good deal. So, like, after graduation, what was your next steps? What were you doing?
After graduation, it was going to play college football.
Really? Where at?
Yeah, UCF.
UCF.
Yeah.
Okay. How was that? Was that good?
It's okay.
Yeah. Well, anything you want to share about those years in college and play?
No, I prefer not.
Prefer not to. I got you. Well, good deal. Well, hey, you know what? To go get to play, that was good though.
Yeah, I did. But I'm not really good sitting behind a desk. I'm the on the go guy. I'm the on the fly guy. So it's and then I moved up here after that. And
so after college, you moved to Myrtle Beach.
Correct.
How did you get to Myrtle Beach? Tell us why'd you pick Myrtle Beach of all areas?
By accident, to be truthful with you.
Okay, tell me how the accident happened.
Well, no, it was just I wanted to be back near the water.
Okay, that's a good reason.
And Myrtle Beach then versus Myrtle Beach now is completely different because there's so much going on here.
Yeah.
So much building going on. But no, I had to be near the water.
Yeah, I got you.
And places like Charleston were simply unaffordable.
Yeah.
But I was going to be somewhere on the East Coast, less than 10 minutes away from the water.
I got you. What year was that roughly? Did you get here?
92.
92. Okay, good. All right, so bring me up on your personal life now. Are you married?
I'm married.
Kids?
I had 3 kids. My 22-year-old passed away in January.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
I have a daughter and I have a son.
Yeah, I'm sorry for your loss.
Thank you.
Yeah, well, good. All right, so you tell us that fishing's always been in your life. So what was your profession? Did you go right into chartering when you got to Myrtle Beach?
No, sir. I worked for General Motors.
Okay.
I worked in the dealerships. So I was a transmission tech.
Okay, good deal. So you're mechanically inclined.
Yes, sir.
Good deal. Did mechanics always come easy to you?
It's a learning process. You start at the bottom and then you get to where you master your trade.
I got you. Well, good. Now, do you still do that today? You still?
Absolutely not.
Absolutely
I want nothing to do with it.
Yeah. Well, how did you transition into, because you're a full-time charter now, correct?
Correct.
Do you run a business and do your veterans organization as well?
So I started with a business, a charter business.
Okay.
And I would allocate 2 days a week to veterans, Monday and Tuesday.
Okay.
And so keep in mind that charter business I had was a for-hire charter business.
Absolutely, yeah.
After taking the veterans out on Mondays and Tuesdays, I come to realize that I had a lot more fun with them than I do with paid charters, because there's a lot of pressure. They want to target a certain species of fish, and maybe it's not happening that day.
Mm-hmm.
So, but the veterans is where it's at, because it is just it's phenomenal to be a part of it and to witness it, and from start to finish the trips.
I got you. Well, good. So, so how long did it transition for a for-hire business till what it is today? I mean, how long you been doing this?
It took, I'm going to say that when I really set my mind to it, it was about a 2-year switch from one to the other. And the reason for that is that of course, you have to make sure your finances are in order. I had retired,
Yeah.
and I had to be really nice to my wife to make sure she keeps making that money so I can
Yeah.
do what I do. But it took from the time that I converted to the time I did, it was about 2 years.
I got you. Good deal. Well, I want to step back just a minute, and I'm really thankful you're here today, because having been in the military and been around military families, is I know that sometimes it's like you already says, that if you got somebody serving, it's really hard on the families back home. Sometimes
That is correct.
They play a key part in service as well, and probably the toughest part sometimes, because their loved ones out, and you experienced it from a child. So the whole family serves the country, I say.
That is absolutely correct.
Absolutely correct. You kind of said it, that you saw that your dad was dealing with some of those issues that they struggle with. To your level of comfort, do you want to share some of that when you started seeing that, or some of his struggles?
Well, the very first time that I saw it, I'd come home from football practice.
Okay.
And I walked in the door and I asked my mother, I said, "Where's Dad at?" And she said, "He's next door." Next door to us was a retired gunny sergeant.
Okay.
So I walk in through the front door and I see these two men crying.
Okay.
And I did a 180 because I didn't know what I walked into. So that was the first time that I had actually.
How old were you, Captain Rick, at this age?
Roughly? I was 17 going on 18.
Okay.
I had no clue what was going on. And I asked my mom and I said, "They're over there crying." And she's like, but that's what they did, because they both fought in the same era war. And despite different branches of service, they could relate to the things that they went through during war. One was a Marine on the ground, the other was a naval aviator in the sky. So that's when I first witnessed it. And when I tried to talk to my father about it, he was, "Oh no, it's okay. Just had a moment, kind of brushing it off." But he didn't really open up until I got into my younger 20, excuse me. He opened up about, things that had transpired, of course, not telling me everything, because a lot of that stuff is considered hush-hush. And then I was able to relate to him and what war does to a veteran. And that's what really, honestly, that's what kickstarted this for me, is with the veterans.
Yeah, and I appreciate that. And let me say this, although I think every family's experience is different. Your experience with your father, but others experience and other aspects of suffering from war. Could be drinking, could be separation, isolations, and sometimes the public doesn't see that side of it, but the family member does. Is that correct?
That is correct.
And it's tough on them. Let's just end it with that. It's tough on that. So you're here, have a military background, have a father who served, who suffered from some of the effects of war. So that's what propelled you into wanting to serve veterans, correct?
That is absolutely
right. Yeah. So tell me about the first time early on you taking a veteran out. Tell me about that experience and the reward that you got from that.
So 99% of the veterans that come out, that I take out, it could be 2 or 4, however many, they start off perfect strangers.
Okay.
Pretty much kind of like arm crossed, one of them is waiting for the other one to break the ice to get the conversation going. But what happens is throughout time on the water, which again, salt water is extremely therapeutic. Being on the water is therapeutic. But throughout the course of the day fishing, they open up, they communicate, they share stories. And as a charter captain, I'm just sitting back just in awe listening to the various stories. But my reward is when I come back to the dock, we tie off. they're exchanging phone numbers, email addresses, dinner plans. These are 4 guys that did not know each other, and now they're 4 BFFs.
Wow.
It's we foster camaraderie,
Yeah, that's great.
and we build bonds.
Yeah.
And it's, to me, after I did the first one, I said, oh yeah, we're good.
So you knew that you had a for-hire business, experienced the joy that you saw and the release that these veterans had. You knew that. Did you know that you wanted to go ahead and transition into?
Well, I didn't initially.
Okay.
Okay, so you dabbled here, you dabbled there, because not every group is going to be a great group, right? Or so that's your mindset.
Yeah.
But I've never once had a veteran on board that was negative. They don't always start off upbeat, but now they're amongst a bunch of strangers, right? So, but there's such a transition from the beginning of this trip to the end of the trip. It's like watching them blossom.
Yeah.
And then the majority of what I see is either PTSD or social isolation. Those are the 2 big things.
And they kind of go hand in hand a lot of times.
Yeah, but some of the veterans coming out of the service are having a hard time transitioning from military life to civilian life, because military life is extremely structured. Civilian life is not. And I had a veteran on that had 8 jobs in less than 2 years, and he says, I cannot adapt to civilian life.
Yeah.
And another veteran that I had on board, which I choose to call them heroes, but
I agree with you on that, my friend.
the hero that we had on board was able to relate to the other one's issues. So he decided and opened his own business. So these 2 were talking. He was trying to encourage this guy, maybe you need to, look into opening up your own type of business to where, you structure it the way this is what we get out of these trips.
That's great.
They all talk amongst themselves. As you can imagine, some of them are full of it, when they get the stories
some
going.
more stories there.
Yeah. But they're actually very fun to listen to.
Yeah. So tell us the name of your organization again.
It is Those Who Served Foundation.
Okay. So you did transition over about 2 years into what it is now. So tell us some nuts and bolts of it. Kind of how does a veteran apply to want to go out with you?
So we have on our website, there's a form that they can fill out, which will come to us, and then we submit it for vetting to make sure that they're actually qualified. We can also be found on Facebook at Those Who Serve Foundation.
Okay.
And then there's a selection process. So we work also with Myrtle Beach, VA, with Chris Aranda at the Outreach Center.
Yeah.
But we take as many veterans out as we can with the funding that we have. So we are constantly fundraising.
Yeah.
And as long as we can continue to fund these trips, we'll continue taking them out. We have 2 vessels.
Okay. How far out do y'all go, Captain Rick?
Well, we primarily stay inshore or maybe up to a mile, 2, 3 offshore, only because the ocean will absolutely turn on you in a minute.
Yeah.
And usually what happens is you'll have people turning white on the boat and hanging over the side.
Yeah.
So we keep it inshore.
I got you. Good.
And there's plenty of fish to be had inshore.
So how long's the trip? Is it all day, half a day usually?
At a minimum of half a day, and it really depends on how much fun they're having.
Good. And how many do you take out at a time?
Typically 4 at a time, but we just launched a new initiative, which is extremely, I am over the moon happy about. It's been a labor of love, but we retrofitted a pontoon boat to make wheelchair accessible.
That's great.
So now we are able to take our wheelchair-bound heroes out for a day on the water.
Wow.
And this came about because when I would announce that I had dates open to take our heroes out, every once in a while I'd get hey, I'm in a wheelchair, and it killed me because I had to say, unfortunately, my vessel will not accommodate a wheelchair.
Yeah.
And then there became more and more asking, and so I decided that, hey, this was our mission, and we have a pontoon boat now with a ramp. We can fold the ramp out. The wheelchair heroes come up in there. We can secure them to the floor while underway.
Wow.
They can move around the front once they're fishing, doing whatever. And I'm very proud of that. That was huge for us. Now we're actually fundraising for the operational cost of it, because having maritime insurance on that vessel, because of who we're taking out, is expensive.
Significantly more.
But yeah, we are, there's no donation, no fundraiser too small for us.
Yeah. Well, let me ask you this. So tell me, your organization, do you have some people that work with you? Do you have a board or something?
I sure do. I have nine, and with myself, 10.
Yeah, so that's good. So tell me, what role do they play in your organization?
Each one, well, as a team, we're very much a team. So when we strategize on something, it's all of us. But we have a few that try to work on getting us to places to where we can fundraise, like the Callie Baker one that we did last week. So we have a few that work on that. I have to make a lot of appearances to different veterans groups and stuff, because they want to see Captain Rick. Captain Rick's the face of the...
Yeah.
But everyone has a role.
They play different parts in it.
Correct.
Well, that's great. That's great.
And the unique thing is we have zero payroll.
Yeah.
So everything that comes in goes right back out to our veterans.
Well, that's great. That's great. You know, the thing you said that I really like is, and I think it's smart, is you take out 3 or 4 at a time, so they can have that camaraderie. So they kind of minister to each other, talk to each other. They build off each other. So that's great. I bet you've seen a lot of good things out there on the water.
I've heard some stories that were absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
And I have seen, again, I refer to it as blossom.
Yeah.
And you'll have that one guy that is just initially socially awkward and doesn't know how to fit, but once they start talking amongst themselves, it's phenomenal to watch them, because now they all open up, and it could be an Army Ranger, it could be a Navy sailor, it could be Marine, whomever, it doesn't matter, because we don't pick them based on branch of service.
Yeah.
But no matter what, they've all worn the uniform.
Amen.
So they're all brothers.
Amen.
And
serve the same flag.
That's correct. And so they start opening up and making recommendations, and, hey, have you tried this, or have you gone there, or have you reached out to such and so? It's great. And it's in a setting to where it's calm, it's relaxing. And I think it's easier for people to open up under that type of settings versus walking in to a doctor's office or a clinic where you're already a little bit uptight about the visit. But I think it's amazing to watch.
Yeah, that's great. Do you have plenty of people wanting to go out with you?
We always have plenty of people
Do
wanting
you
to go
really?
out. Yeah.
So that's not the problem.
That is not a problem at all.
Serve. Yeah, I got
No,
you.
our only problem is fundraising to take them.
Yeah, well, good.
That's our only problem.
Well, good. Do you have some annual fundraisers that you do?
We have, we're in the midst of working on a couple annual ones.
Okay.
But outside of that, it's been over here, over there, a little bit here, a little bit there. And listen, it all adds up. Again, we have no overhead.
Yeah.
But everything that comes in, we don't have 80% payroll in the foundation. It goes right back out to our veterans. Wow,
that's great. That's great. That's great. How have you seen that the community's been supportive of you? I know you always can use more support.
Yeah, it's we started off, and I think that we have done exceptionally well. And when when I say that, I'm sorry. We've been actively trying to get in with various businesses. the ones that will support us throughout the year or do an annual donation every year and stuff. We've had a little bit of difficulty with that.
Yeah.
But as far as the veteran or the civilian dropping in $5 or $10 or $50,
Yeah.
we have done very well with that.
Well, that's
we're
good.
just after the businesses.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Well, hopefully somebody watching today that wants to give back to veterans, they'll jump on
We would
board
love
with
it.
you. So, so you got a website? Where's the best place for people to connect with you?
Well, you can connect either via Facebook,
Yeah.
or
What's the name on the Facebook again?
Those Who Serve the Foundation,
Okay. Got a website?
and which is thosewhoservefoundation.org.
Okay.
What's the other one? I'm sorry, I'm really bad on social media. Instagram is another one. We have all kinds of means to get in touch with us.
I got you. And if somebody reaches out to you and they want to speak to you or just know more about them, you're certainly kind of give them additional information.
Absolutely.
Tell them about it. Good. And you are a nonprofit?
We are a 501c3.
Great. Well, I just want to go back to your early days. I think that thank you for your father's service, and thank you for your service and your family's service to it. I think you told a story today of the other side of military life. They don't see that the families have to sacrifice a lot. You sacrificed a lot for your country and never served. But you know what? I think God put something in your heart early on because you saw how your dad suffered that you want to give back. We say on this program a lot of times people want to make America better, but we make America better by doing things that you're doing, Capt. Rick.
Oh, thank you.
And I want to thank you for that.
Thank you. Thank you,
for
sir.
that. Thank you. So, folks, as we wrap up today, we've heard, military life's tough. It's tough on families, and if we want to give back to America, we want to give back to military families. This is a great veterans organization that I encourage you to find more about. Maybe you want to help support. But whatever you do, say thank you to a veteran, and let's make America better. Join us next time, friends. Friends, quick reminder, on May 28th at the historic Peanut Warehouse, we're having the Horry County Stump Meeting Primary Edition. I'm partnered with my friends at Horry County Conservative Alliance as we're inviting the candidates running for Republican office in Horry County to come out and tell us what they stand for and to make their plea to you, the voters. So make sure you go to my socials and get your free ticket as we get ready for the Horry County Stump Meeting. Doors open at 5. Meeting starts at 6.